Okay.
And see, like, there's lots of my picture I don't need. Like, I don't need the red truck.
Okay.
I don't know who it is. I only need Denica and the slide. So what I would do is I would fit it into my personal trimmer. Make sure that my picture's straight, hold on the blade, and just bring it down.
There.
And now I don't need all the white that's around it, so I would trim that too. What I like to do with my corners is I have what I call corner rounders.
Okay.
Today I bought the one with the scallop cutter.
Okay.
When I did with Natalie, I only did the round cutter. So
Okay.
you just slide your picture totally into the thing,
Okay.
and then you snap it.
Oh. And did it show? Oh yes, it did. Okay, right here.
Yeah. So just to show you how easy it is,
Yeah.
I'll let you do the other three
Oh,
corners.
thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I feel thrilled here.
We will initiate you to scrapbooking.
Yay. I'm excited.
Yes, ask my aunt because I took it off her album.
Okay.
I looked at her things and I saw that she was putting some borders in the back.
Okay. And you liked it.
Yeah.
And it's true. It does seem to stand out, eh? When you put the border, it gives it like a little extra detail, a 3D look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. So you can make a design to it. That's pretty neat. Well, is it ever neat? Yeah. Molly with all her little kits and everything. For you, Lorraine, you should have brought yours. You're helping her. That's you new. Oh, we see before. So we see a before and we see an after.
Yeah. So the before took me a page and a half in the album,
Okay.
and unless you know the people, you don't really know what was happening.
Right.
This is my after page.
Wow, look at that. It's Canada Day celebration.
Yeah.
See, like here, you would know this was Canada Day.
No.
So there you have it all, 6 pictures cut up, but it says Canada Day on it. That's...
And I got the names and what the activities they were doing.
Oh, and you already wrote them in. Jeez, you are quick. I didn't even see you do that. Wow.
And see, and I timed it. So to do this page, my pictures were already picked though, so that took some of the time away, but it took me 20 minutes to actually do the page.
Which is great. 20 minutes to do it, and it looks fabulous. Look at that. And Molly's finishing up one now. Her Aunt Lorraine is helping her out with that. And wow, I'm really impressed. So all of this, I mean, you're right. You cut out what you don't need.
Oh, ben oui.
The gang. Oh, that's cute.
Building a go-kart with the gang.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of a neat thing, eh?
So your hands don't stick to the...
That's all right. And how expensive is that tape? So, does it last a long time?
Well, I got it for $3.99.
Wow. That's excellent. And it lasts, by the looks of it, a long time.
Well, if you do lots, it doesn't last that long. But if you do not lots, it'll last at least a month.
Okay. You finished the scrapbooking tonight. Did you check how long it took you to make that page?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. And you came up with the idea with some help with Ma Tante Lorraine?
Yeah.
Wow. You did that very well. Holy jeez, you were right on key with that one. How do you feel about it?
It's okay.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah? You did a great job.
Thank you.
Wow. So you had the wonderful pleasure tonight of meeting 3 people that you already knew doing scrapbooking. We went from Lisanne, who was the consultant, Lorraine, who has been doing it for a while, to Molly, who finished up one as well tonight. As for tonight, thank you for watching a bit of scrapbooking.
Welcome to St. Martin Furniture.
trop à perdre? Ne vous laissez pas prendre au jeu. Pour obtenir de l'information, du soutien ou de l'aide pour vous ou vos proches, appelez Jeux, aide et références en tout temps ou visitez notre site.
Bonjour, je suis Pierre Godette, je suis animateur de vie étudiante au Centre de formation à l'envol ici à Témiscamingue. Je suis à l'emploi du centre depuis déjà 10 ans, depuis l'automne 1995. J'ai dépensé déjà beaucoup de mon temps pour donner de la formation, notamment au niveau de l'aide à domicile. Dans les années 1995 et jusqu'à 1997. Par la suite, je me suis occupé de dossiers qui étaient les stages en milieu de travail pour les étudiants de la formation générale. Par la suite, j'ai donné aussi de la formation pour le cours en secrétariat et aussi certains modules au niveau du cours de pâte et papier. Cependant, depuis quelques années, il y a des dossiers qui ont occupé beaucoup plus de mon temps et c'est principalement là-dessus que je voudrais vous entretenir aujourd'hui. Depuis principalement l'année 2004-2005, l'Envol a fait un grand pas en avant en organisant des cours qui étaient depuis longtemps demandés par les gens du milieu. Il s'agit des cours de français, d'anglais et de langue espagnole. Alors, déjà, depuis le début de l'automne 2004, nous avons réussi à organiser des cours de français langue seconde, qui ont d'ailleurs débuté il y a quelques semaines ici à Témiscamingue, qui comportent jusqu'à maintenant 2 groupes d'anglophones qui veulent apprendre les rudiments de la langue française. On a d'excellentes personnes ressources qui s'occupent de ces 2 groupes-là. Nous avons également, au cours du mois dernier, commencé un cours d'anglais langue seconde, et c'était pour des francophones du milieu qui voulaient apprendre les rudiments de la langue de Shakespeare pour être capables de travailler convenablement, soit dans les services publics, au niveau du privé ou pour des raisons personnelles. Ce qui retient aussi notre attention, ça a été la révision du français écrit. Ça fait 2 fois, c'est la 2e édition donc que nous avons offert ce cours-là à la population d'ici, qui permet à des gens qui sont dans le domaine du secrétariat, des affaires, ceux qui s'occupent des groupes socio-communautaires, qui ont rédigé des lettres, des rapports, des procès-verbaux. On leur donne des outils de base pour leur permettre d'être plus confortables dans l'écriture de textes en français. Et ça a été fortement demandé pour une 2e année à l'hiver 2005. Alors, c'est un autre groupe de personnes qui s'y inscrit. Cependant, un des cours qui est assez spectaculaire cette année, c'est le cours d'espagnol au niveau de 2 groupes qui se sont inscrits. Et jusqu'à maintenant, notre grande fierté, c'est d'avoir réussi à obtenir des formateurs qui étaient déjà à l'emploi du Canada College de North Bay, qui ont accepté un mandat ici à Témiscamingue. Donc, depuis le mois de septembre 2004, ces gens, un homme et une femme, Alberto et Liuba, qui sont originaires de Cuba, donnent des cours ici à 2 groupes, des groupes de débutants, qui ont totalisé finalement 31 personnes qui se sont inscrites depuis septembre 2004, 2 groupes de débutants et un groupe d'intermédiaires avancés. Alors, ces gens-là étaient très intéressés parce que, vous savez, on a beaucoup de relations entre les pays du Sud, les pays latino-américains. Beaucoup de nos confrères et consoeurs voyagent déjà au Mexique, à Cuba, en République dominicaine. Et les gens souhaitaient développer l'apprentissage d'une 3e langue de façon à se rendre un peu plus confortable lorsqu'ils voyageaient. Alors, c'est principalement là-dessus qu'on souhaitait un peu vous donner notre état d'appréciation de ça. Et je suis justement des étudiants qui a accepté de m'y inscrire parce que, comme d'autres personnes d'ici, j'adore la langue espagnole. Comme on dit en espagnol, esta lengua está como el francés, esta lengua es muy romántica. C'est une langue qui est romantique, apparemment, comme la langue italienne ou le français. Et c'est très agréable. On a passé une excellente année. Et d'ici quelques minutes, nous allons vous présenter des commentaires de nos professeurs, Alberto et Liuba, qui ont adoré passer ici une année avec les gens de Témiscamingue, ici au Québec. Alors, dans quelques minutes, on aura l'occasion de vous les présenter. Alors, je vous souhaite de rester parmi nous. Merci bien.
Liu and I have been a professor of language for the last 25 years, but we live in North Bay for the last 15 years, and we've been teaching Spanish at Canada College since 1992. And some of our students at Canada in North Bay live in Témiscamingue. And they, by the end of last year, they talked to us about the possibility of us offering this course here in Timiskaming. And so we wanted the idea a little bit, and eventually we said, why not? And so we came here and we visit the town, and we really like it. And by now we have lots of friends here in Timiskaming. We like the town and we like the people here. Find out that the French people that live in Timiskaming are very friendly, and they have opened their arms for us, and we feel here like home. I can say that all the experience have been favorable for all of us. You can obviously you're gonna be talking to the students as well, but in my opinion, everybody have not only learned Spanish but also enjoy the course. Some of the students are ready to go on a field trip, how they call it. Some of them are going to Cuba or Mexico, the Dominican Republic. Just they said to practice the language, but I know they go on vacation, so it's very nice. Been a good experience, something that every one of us have enjoyed so far. And I hope that in September we can go back again, and the idea is to continue with this group of students that are finishing the course, and having more students to beginners in September again. So we hope that this is what's gonna happen, and we are here to offer our service and to help you and to enjoy with you this beautiful language, this Spanish language.
My name is Luba, and last name Lamzina. I am also teaching here Spanish language. For me, it was very pleasure to teach here and this course for French people, because I noticed that the culture of French people and Spanish people, they almost similar, because I see French people, they are happy and very, how we say in Spanish, alegre. It's very pleasant people, and they all the time laughing. As soon as soon I would come to the class, they all greet me, Luba, hola, hi Luba, hi. Even though I don't speak very well French, just a few words here and there, but also I noticed that they are very sociable people, and like I said, happy, and they can give you everything in their heart, from their hearts. Like they would ask me, Luba, are you okay? When I broke my leg, all students were very concerned about me, and I said, oh my God, they're just like my family. And it's been really, really for me good time to be here. And I told them if I would have like full-time job here, I would move right away to Timiskaming, because I love this small town and I love this culture. I went to the restaurant, it called Timros, and I saw them like men and women, they just talking to each other. It's like home, and they offered you like a sugar pie, because I love this sugar pie, French pie. So, and when I tasted that French pie, I said, oh my gosh, Alberto, they just offering you. And they ask you, did you like it? Did you like this pie? I love it. I love it. Like I say, I love French people, and I love everything here.
Yeah, teaching in Timiskaming have been quite a challenge. At first, we were all a little bit concerned for the fact that there are some students that speak no English whatsoever, and obviously I don't speak French. My French is really bad. So, as I said, it was a concern. Some of the students were worried what's gonna happen, and even the coordinator of the course, Pierre, was also concerned a little bit. We had experience before with students in North Bay that do speak French, and they wanted to take Spanish. We knew that was not going to be a problem. The only difference is that now we are teaching Spanish in a completely French community. And I guess the challenge at the end was something that we took advantage. And the reason I said that is because, you see, French language and Spanish language are similar in a way. For French-speaking people, it's easier for them to learn Spanish, and I don't want to make a comparison, but this is a necessary comparison, than the English people. And the reason for that is because the French and the Spanish grammar are similar. So as a French student, you can learn Spanish language easier than an English student. So, like I said, it was a challenge the first couple of hours for the first day. After that, we were all happy, and it was not a problem whatsoever. So, as I said, everybody's having fun. Of the thing that we notice is that teaching English people, for them, to give you an example, they have really problem trying to figure out the concept of masculine and feminine. They basically have no clue about it. The concept of masculine and feminine is not in the English language, but for French people, that's not a problem. They understand that right away. So you don't have to go and explain all over again what the masculine or feminine means. So that's to give you an idea. So it's what I told them, hey guys, this is piece of cake. They understand. I say, Alberto, es muy fácil. Es muy fácil.
I would like to say that if, I'm looking forward to next class in September. And how about you?
Well, this is today is the last day basically of our Spanish class here, Luba.
I am really sad.
Yeah, I'm sad, but I'm also happy. Like everybody's looking forward for the spring and the summer, and we really had a good course here. We made a lot of friends. They really enjoyed the classes, and we enjoyed them. In general, to conclude this, I think we should say muchas gracias al pueblo de Timiscami
Muchas gracias.
for having us here, for allowing us to be part of your family for the last 3 or 4 months. So thank you very much again for allowing us to share our culture with you and for sharing your ideas, your culture, for sharing your heart with us. I have to say it again that we both felt in Timiscami like we were at home with all of you. You know that I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. And to all of you, Martin, Jean-Louis, Roxana, and Susana, Mado, Sergio, Brenda, Miguel, Gabriel, all of you, muchas gracias. And I hope to see you again in September, to all of you, as well as we welcome the new students that I know we are going to have in September. Feel like you are going to go on a journey with us, knowing not just the places, but also the culture, and you're going to know how we feel, and you're going to talk to us, and you're going to smile with us. So it's going to be a nice journey. Again, muchas gracias.
And thank you very much to my students also for my group, and I'll see you next September.
Y hasta la vista. Y recuerden, español es muy fácil, es piece of cake.
Hasta la próxima, amigos.
Hasta luego, amigos.
Fait que mon cours d'espagnol à l'envol, c'était vraiment intéressant parce que je suis vraiment intéressée dans les langues, comme apprendre les différents langages. Fait que quelqu'un qui est intéressé à apprendre les différents langages, c'est vraiment intéressant. Puis c'est pas vraiment dur l'espagnol. C'est pas dur parce que ça ressemble beaucoup au français. Fait que c'est moins dur que d'autres langues. J'ai vraiment aimé ma prof parce qu'elle était super fine, elle encourageait super gros. Puis, en tout cas, elle savait vraiment ce qu'elle faisait. Puis, elle était drôle, on a eu bien du fun, on a ri en masse. Puis, c'est ça, c'est le fun. Je suis sûre que je vais voyager plus tard. Puis, tu sais, tu vas aux États-Unis, puis tout ça, il y a bien des États qui parlent espagnol à la place de français ou whatever. Mais si tu sais bien de l'anglais puis l'espagnol, tu vas te débrouiller dans bien des places. On n'avait pas besoin de voyager, exactement. Les profs, ils venaient à chaque lundi. Puis, comme ça, ben, c'était un gros avantage pour nous parce que fallait pas qu'on aille chauffer 45 minutes à North Bay ou à Ville-Marie ou whatever, tu sais, pour prendre le cours. Les autres, ils venaient à nous autres. Puis c'était bon, c'était le fun. Puis on a eu du bon matériel. Puis on a écouté un CD un moment donné, ça c'était vraiment le fun aussi. Puis nos livres sont intéressants, puis c'était pas trop difficile, c'était juste au bon rythme. Puis c'était bon. Je sais pas comment construire toutes des phrases, mais je sais bien des mots. On a appris comme les verbes de base, puis bien des affaires, comme vraiment les affaires importantes. Puis tu sais, on a appris l'heure, on a appris plein d'objets, les verbes, des actions. On a appris différents temps, genre futur, présent, puis des affaires de même. Puis le prochain cours, comme la prochaine session, où ben là, on va en apprendre plus, ou, comme si tu prends le cours. Là. Puis aussi, comme ça dérange pas si tu as, mettons, 12 ans, ou alors 20 ans, ou 40 ans. C'est comme, c'est super le fun à apprendre, puis comme, je sais pas, il y a pas vraiment un âge pour prendre le cours, comme tout le monde peut le prendre. Fait que c'est ça qui est le fun.
Hola, Jean-Louis.
Hola!
Ça va bien aujourd'hui?
Oui, ça va.
Oui. Jean-Louis, on vient juste de terminer un cours d'espagnol ensemble, toi puis moi. Explique-moi pourquoi tu as pris le cours d'espagnol?
Je savais que tu demanderais ça, cette question-là. J'ai pris le cours d'espagnol parce que, comme tu le sais, ma fille était en Amérique du Sud l'été passé, l'an passé. Fait que, pensant quand même un jour aller là, ça va être utile d'apprendre un peu d'espagnol. Puis là, même s'il est revenu, là, ça m'intéressait encore. Juste pour connaître plus de choses, connaître une autre langue.
OK.
Puis j'aimais ça. Puis j'ai continué. Puis toi? Toi, t'es pas mal bonne, je sais, là, mais pourquoi t'as fait ça, là?
Ben moi, j'ai pris le cours d'espagnol parce que, bon, j'ai déjà pris des cours d'espagnol quand j'étais au secondaire il y a une couple d'années, plus ou moins. Puis, sauf que j'en ai oublié beaucoup, puis là, je me disais, bon, ça ferait du bien rafraîchir un petit peu. Puis, donc, quand j'ai appris que le cours se donnait ici à Témiscamingue, pas besoin de voyager, je dis, bon, ben, c'est aujourd'hui que ça se passe, on donne le coup, on prend un cours d'espagnol. Puis, de toute façon, je trouve ça important de parler plus d'une langue. Je pense que tout le monde devrait connaître au moins 2 langues. Puis, si on a la chance d'en connaître davantage, ben pourquoi pas. Donc, c'est un peu pour ça que je me suis inscrite.
Pour voyager aussi. Si on veut voyager éventuellement, ça peut pas nuire. Puis là, ça va peut-être réveiller ça aussi. Je me dis, ben, si je vais aller à Cuba ou si je vais aller au Mexique, ben, ça va nous aider à leur expliquer d'où qu'on vient, puis qu'est-ce qu'on fait, pour où qu'on va.
C'est sûr. Parce que moi, en tout cas, on a voyagé un petit peu, Jacques puis moi, puis bon, à un moment donné, en République dominicaine ou même l'année dernière, on est allé en Espagne, puis même si je connaissais pas beaucoup d'espagnol, j'en connaissais suffisamment pour me débrouiller. Si à un moment donné, j'étais mal pris, j'aurais pu demander, j'aurais pu m'adresser à quelqu'un puis lui dire, bon, ¿a dónde está el teléfono? Bon, dans des
Où est le téléphone? Hein?
C'est ça, tu vois, c'est pas
Ouais.
compliqué, hein?
C'est ça.
Non.
Tout ce que j'ai appris, moi, à date, c'est peut-être plus écouter. Je comprends plus que je parle, c'est sûr. Je pense que c'est normal. Le premier pas dans l'apprentissage d'une autre langue, c'est d'écouter puis d'apprendre ce que ça veut dire.
C'est ça.
Parce que là, parler, on va tout mettre les morceaux ensemble plus tard, puis on apprendra à parler.
Oui. Moi, ce que j'ai beaucoup apprécié du cours, c'était que c'était vraiment la conversation. Pour une première expérience, je pense que c'est important, comme Jean-Louis tu viens de dire, de savoir écouter puis d'essayer de comprendre davantage. Parce que même si on ne vient pas à bout de parler couramment, on connaît suffisamment de vocabulaire pour être capable de se débrouiller, puis que l'autre personne, bon, c'est sûr qu'ils vont savoir qu'on ne parle pas l'espagnol de façon courante, sauf qu'ils vont comprendre ce que l'on veut, puis on vient à bout de se débrouiller.
Oui, puis qu'il arrive un accident, quelque chose, je suis capable de leur dire qui je suis, d'où je viens, quoi j'ai besoin. Puis, on peut lire aussi.
Oui.
Ça facilite. Si on est en voyage ailleurs, on peut prendre un journal, puis le lire, puis mieux comprendre. Ça se ressemble, le français puis l'espagnol.
Oui. C'est très, très semblable, le français et l'espagnol. Je dirais même que la lecture de l'espagnol, c'est plus facile à comprendre que quand quelqu'un nous parle.
Oui.
Parce que les mots sont tellement... c'est tellement pareil comme le français qu'on vient à bout de
C'est sûr que
se
c'est pas
débrouiller.
tout pareil, c'est une autre langue, mais il y a des similitudes, c'est là,
Oui.
qu'on a retrouvées. Beaucoup de verbes qu'on avait aller, puis...
C'est ça, c'est ça. Fait que là, Jean-Louis, s'il redonne un autre cours, tu t'inscris?
Ben, c'est sûr, j'attends encore après.
Ah,
J'attends
OK.
après. C'est sûr,
OK.
je vais le prendre.
Ouais, moi aussi, oui, finalement, Alberto, le professeur, tu l'as trouvé comment?
Moi, je l'ai bien aimé, Alberto. Il n'est pas arrivé comme quelqu'un qui voulait nous forcer à apprendre. C'est sûr qu'on n'a pas un examen à la fin, là. Mais il parle beaucoup d'espagnol, mais pas trop. Pas trop pour me saturer. Il parle beaucoup en anglais aussi. Il ne parle pas le français tout à l'heure, mais c'est pas grave, ça. On apprend. Mais il parle juste assez d'espagnol pour nous le montrer, mais pas trop pour dire « je comprends plus rien ». J'aime ça qu'il fasse le lien quelque part. Puis, avec son expérience aussi, Alberto ne vient pas d'ici, il vient de Cuba. Il y a eu beaucoup de coups d'à côté à ça. Il nous a parlé de Che Guevara, il nous a parlé. Il y a une expérience différente, puis ça, j'ai bien aimé ça dans l'ensemble. Il nous parle de le vécu là-bas, puis ça, j'ai bien aimé ça.
Oui, oui, moi aussi, j'appréciais que quand il voyait qu'il parlait trop puis qu'il disait des choses qu'on ne comprenait pas, il arrêtait, puis là, il nous expliquait. Pour faire certain qu'on comprenne aussi. Puis il y avait aussi, bon, tous les petits détails, la vie à Cuba, les différentes coutumes. Je sais qu'il nous a donné plusieurs trucs, là. Si jamais on voyage à Cuba, on va être capable de ne pas se faire attraper en tant que touriste. Puis c'est ça, c'est parce qu'Alberto, je trouve qu'il était très ouvert aussi, étant donné que, bon, l'espagnol, ça ressemble beaucoup au français. Souvent, il disait des choses, puis on était capable de, nous, entre francophones, on était capable de s'expliquer, de comprendre.
C'est pareil en français.
Ben, je pense que lui a fait beaucoup d'apprentissage aussi, parce qu'on lui disait, mais regarde, les structures de phrases, ça ressemble beaucoup au français. Parce que des choses, lui étant anglophone, il essayait de nous expliquer des choses que pour lui c'était difficile, mais parce que c'était presque la même chose que le français, pour nous, c'était facile, mais là, il était émerveillé comme on comprenait vite. Je pense qu'on ne l'a pas déçu en tant que groupe, il nous a trouvé, ça va.
Moi, je l'ai aimé, en tout cas, il était facile d'approche, puis c'est intéressant à suivre.
Oui, oui. Donc, si Alberto peut revenir...
On a eu un cours aussi, il a fallu que son épouse le remplace un soir. Là. Puis c'est différent un petit peu. Là, une autre, tu ne viens pas de Cuba, je pense. Puis
pas là.
Ça a été très bon aussi. Moi, j'ai bien aimé avec elle.
OK.
On a appris des choses différentes avec elle qu'avec lui, je pense.
Différentes façons d'enseigner, j'imagine, hein? Oui. Donc, si les mêmes professeurs peuvent revenir, je pense que ce serait à notre avantage.
Oui.
Oui.
Ouais, c'est une continuité qui serait appréciée.
Si. Eh bien, hasta luego, Anne-Louise.
Hasta luego. Pas hasta mañana, tu m'as dit. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
À plus tard.
Parfait. On est bon.
Hola. Je veux parler de mon expérience du cours d'espagnol ici à l'Envol. Très chanceuse d'avoir le cours ici à Témiscamingue, car on n'a pas besoin de voyager 45 minutes aller et retourner. Ça fait 1h30. Et puis, en tout cas, ici, ils offrent le cours et puis ça a été une super de belle expérience, surtout avec les professeurs qu'on a eus. Ils s'appellent Alberto et Luba. Très bons professeurs. Et puis, la raison pourquoi que j'ai pris le cours d'espagnol, c'est parce que j'aime faire des missions au tiers-monde. Et puis, ça me donne l'opportunité de parler leur langage là-bas en espagnol. Fait que le cours, il est super en tout cas. C'est pas difficile non plus. C'est pas difficile. Ça ressemble beaucoup au français. Et puis, de là, il y a du féminin, il y a du masculin aussi. Mais c'est pas difficile pantoute. Ça ressemble beaucoup au français, comme j'ai dit tantôt. Et puis, quelqu'un qui serait intéressé à vouloir prendre un cours d'espagnol, je lui suggérerais que oui. Surtout si tu aimes voyager. Si tu aimes voyager, ça serait une bonne expérience de prendre ce cours. Les professeurs sont excellents. Les professeurs sont super. Ils connaissent leur langue beaucoup. Fait que tout est couvert de A à Z. Il y a aussi, quand tu commences, ça commence avec la base. Après ça, s'il y a assez de monde pour faire un autre cours au septembre qui suit, s'il y a assez d'élèves, ils vont faire un autre cours. Et puis, ça serait intermédiaire, mais il y aura encore un de ces professeurs-là qui viendrait pour la base. Mais ça continue après ça. Intermédiaire, ça viendra pour les avancées aussi. Fait que ça peut continuer s'il y a assez d'élèves qui veulent prendre le cours à chaque année. Ils sont censés avoir ça au mois de septembre 2005 encore. Et puis, si vous êtes intéressé, vous avez juste appelé à l'envol et Louise va vous répondre à toutes vos questions au 627-9558. La raison pourquoi que j'ai pris le cours d'espagnol, c'est parce que j'aime faire l'émission au tiers-monde. Et puis, je peux parler dans leur langue. On s'en va là pour annoncer la bonne nouvelle de Jésus. Puis, en parlant leur langue, c'est pas mal plus facile. À faire contact avec le monde. Fait que c'est pour ça la raison pourquoi que j'ai pris l'espagnol. Puis pourquoi que je veux encore prendre le cours d'espagnol plus avancé. Fait que, oui, c'est bon. En terminant, Dios te bendiga. Ce qui veut dire que Dieu vous bénisse.
Vous avez trop à perdre. Ne vous laissez pas prendre au jeu. Pour obtenir de l'information, du soutien ou de l'aide pour vous ou vos proches, appelez Jeux, aide et références en tout temps ou visitez notre site.
It's the home of dreams. It's the home of possibility. It's the home of kids like me. It's where research lives. It's where you go for progress, for change, for hope, for hope, for hope. Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, home of leaders, home of my bright future, home of a cure. For me! For me! For me! For me! JDRF International is where hope lives. I love JDRF.
JDRF is the home of the best scientists around the world who are all focused on curing type 1 diabetes. Our success at JDRF over the last several years has led to multiple discoveries. What is galvanizing this field is our success in islet cell transplantation. Now we must translate those discoveries on behalf of curing this disease.
As president and CEO of JDRF, I feel accountable to the millions of people who could benefit from our work, from the millions of people who trust that we'll use those funds wisely. It's the accountability, I think, that drives us all forward.
I believe a cure is going to happen. I want to know that it's going to happen in my lifetime, and certainly in the children's lifetimes. Sometimes I get frustrated because it seems to be taking so long.
Time is not on our side for people with diabetes. We have to accelerate our research. We have to find a way to find a cure.
I have been saying on camera things like, this is the decade for the cure. This is the year for the cure. It's right around the corner. We can do it with your help. And we're all giving so much help in every way that we can. It is going to happen.
JDRF's approach to research has changed significantly in the last few years because of the challenges we face and frankly because of the frustration that we face that we're not going quickly enough.
Every hour there's a new patient diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. The incidence of this disease is going up 3% a year.
We see our role as coordinating all of the money being spent in diabetes throughout the world. Working with the NIH, working with other governments, working with biotech, working with pharma.
We're asking the question, how do we move a field forward as quickly as possible? Where can we move a field? Where are there gaps?
It's a much more aggressive, managed approach to how to achieve research results.
One of the reasons I love being associated with this organization, they are not afraid to take the chances. They're not afraid to step out front. They've done such fabulous work at the benches. Now they're moving on to the bedside.
We have developed what we call bold and significant clinical outcomes that we want to attain.
We call these objectives cure therapeutics. They're cure focused, and they're therapeutics in that the goal is to have significant improvement in the lives of people with diabetes through therapies. These therapies can take many different forms. They might be a device, they might be a drug, they might be a procedure.
Cure therapeutics represents really the essence of a cure for this disease.
Evolution takes place in all scientific endeavors. What we're trying to do is to shorten the time frame so that it is not the typical evolution of 20, 30, 40, 50 years, but it's 2 years, 3 years. We think that can happen today. So at JDRF, we're in the business to put ourselves out of business. As all of our volunteers are quick to point out to me, my principal job is to put myself out of a job.
I would not have taken this job on if I didn't think this could be cured.
JDRF is the only organization that is funding research to the degree that it makes that cure possible. That's all we care about. That's our goal, finding a cure.
Hi, if you were part of our walk last year, we'd love to see you again this year. If you weren't, we still want to see you. New faces are always nice. So come on out, walk with us. It's a nice day, a nice walk, and we'll have lunch for you afterwards. So just let us know that you're coming, and we'll be ready for you.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Nat. This is weird. You should be having the mic. We heard you talk. You're the one that's taking care of the walkers this year. Big job. For those who didn't do the walk, or for those who are wondering, what's the walk this year? Like, where is it?
Okay, it goes 8 kilometers, which leaves the 75th Park on May 29th. Let's not forget that date. And it goes all the way down towards Tembec, comes back the same route, up towards Lumsden, cross over, up towards Latang, pump house, turn around, come back, which totals 8 kilometers to the park.
If somebody's hearing this and they're saying, oh my God, I can't walk that much, can they come anyways?
You know what? It doesn't matter if you do half a kilometer, 2 kilometers, or the full 8 kilometers. The main thing is you came out to walk. You might know somebody out there that has diabetes. The main thing is you came out, and it's good exercise. So what if you only do 5 minutes or an hour? The main thing is let's get everybody out there and have fun.
Do you have a message for people that maybe haven't called you yet?
I certainly do. If you didn't make the kickoff tonight and you want to join a team or you want to get involved and put in a team, feel free to contact me. You know who I am. I'm Lisa Mori, and my number is 9952. And we'd love to have you. We're up until May 29th. Call me anytime.
Thank you very much. Hi, Alicia. We've seen you for the diabetic walk quite a few times already on Channel 13, but this is the night of kickoff, and this is kind of like your baby.
Oh, yes.
Because, you know, you're the coordinator, you're the one that's been doing the walks, you're mostly affected by it. So you've got the airwave. What do you want to say?
Basically, thanks for everyone for coming over tonight. It was so exciting. As much as I think we got a few people crying, just, you know, it's a touchy subject, but it was so much fun, and we're really, really excited for this year. We just found out possibly might have a bus of kids coming from Notre Dame, 40 kids, students. So, you know, we're really excited for new people and get other communities involved and make new friends, and we're getting really close. It's exciting.
If somebody's watching that doesn't know you, and I know you, and I know you can get them going, but what would you say to the person who's never met you and you're Alicia Turner and you're doing this walk? What would you say?
I'd say basically we just found out 5 to 10 years there's going to be a cure for diabetes. So if you don't know me, approach me on the street, say how can I get involved, and we're just really, really close. And it's the most exciting part. Apparently researchers are actually getting more excited than they have been since they discovered insulin. So, you know, pretty soon we won't have to even do this walk anymore. We could just be celebrating it every year instead, and we're hoping that'll happen.
Well, Alicia, I've said it before. Congratulations. Way to go. And we know we're taking a break. You're taking a break next year for your schoolwork. That's awesome. You got to get educated. Way to go. But you'll be back, and maybe not, because like you said, if the cure comes up before you're done school, well, you'll have done a lot of good work, Alicia. So thank you very much.
Thanks for having me. And basically, I might be stepping back from the actual title of coordinator, but I told Kathy I'll be right beside her, helping her again. I can't let this go by. It's an exciting thing to do. It keeps me busy.
It's the home of dreams. It's the home of possibility. It's the home of kids like me. It's where research lives. It's where you go for progress, for change, for hope, for hope, for hope. Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, home of leaders, home of my bright future, home of a cure. For me! For me! For me! For me! JDRF International is where hope lives. I love JDRF.
So hi, this is Susan Soustra, and from what I can gather, you're the coordinator for the Nipissing area.
That's correct.
So Temiskaming, we know, is the second year that we're joining you guys. We have you here, the coordinator. So my one big question would be, there's thousands of people watching us. No, there's thousands of people watching us, but you're the one that can tell us, what about this walk? What do you expect from this walk?
I expect that Alicia's going to have a fantastic turnout. She's done a wonderful job of pumping everybody and getting them excited. She's done a wonderful job of making sure that it's well sponsored and well covered, and Channel 13 has done a wonderful job doing that. We hope to have the nugget out here, and on the 29th I expect to see more than 300 walkers, and from where she is going right now, I can see $30,000 to $35,000 this year from Temiskaming. I think that with the other walks that we have, I think that she's going to bring in the most from most of the walks that we have.
Last year, it was our first year, and I think a lot of people were maybe skeptic as to how much just a small town could raise. We raised over $25,000. What would you have to say about that?
I think that was phenomenal. We did not expect that much. I think the bottom goal was 10, and I think the expectation was 7. I was totally amazed, but coming from a small community myself, I knew that they would come out. I wasn't a coordinator, I was just a volunteer last year, and we did over 7,000 in 1 month. That's all we had to do was plan our walk in Mattawa, and we raised over 7,000. So 25 from Temiskaming, There's a big community spirit here, and I didn't expect anything less.
So this year the bar is set maybe a bit higher because we did do it once, but I know that we can do it. Maybe if Alicia's watching and she has a chance to maybe hear you afterwards, what would you have to say about Alicia, knowing her and being so outgoing and everything?
I think she's done a super job. I think she has to take that into heart. We are going to miss her as coordinator next year, but I understand why she has to take a step back. You've done an excellent job. Way to go, Alicia, and you've been a really good mentor to other diabetics, and way to go, girl.
All right, well, thank you, Susan, for being here, and we hope to see you on the morning of the walk.
Thank you. Hope to see you too.
Bon, déjà à la maison, un des visages que vous avez vu l'année passée, c'était Kevin. Puis Kevin, il est encore avec nous, puis il aimerait ça peut-être donner un petit message. Kevin, l'année passée, tu as vu tous ces gens-là venir à la marche. Qu'est-ce que tu leur aurais à leur dire?
Ben, que sont tous gentils pour nous aider à guérir, ben, à trouver des remèdes pour la guérison du diabète, puis, ouais.
Est-ce que tu espères en voir autant encore cette année?
Ouais.
Cathy, je veux juste dire, je t'entendais parler tantôt, puis une chance, j'étais assise en arrière, parce que probablement que j'avais les larmes aux yeux, j'aurais eu de la vraiment niaiseuse, mais là, je peux te dire, je trouve ça tellement touchant de t'entendre parler, parce que tu disais, ça fait toute ta vie que tu as ça. Oui. De t'entendre parler, parce que moi, je suis habituée, j'ai ma mère qui est diabétique, puis elle a les petites aiguilles, elle n'a même pas besoin d'expliquer l'insuline, c'est vraiment les petites médications, puis tout ça. De t'entendre parler que ta mère fait la capouille, l'eau, les aiguilles, c'est vraiment, là, ça te fait penser encore plus, parce que je connais quelqu'un qui l'a, mais comparé à dire que toi, tu l'as, puis toi, qu'est-ce que tu as vu? Wow!
Oui, c'est impressionnant. Oui. Quand on regarde ça, c'est vraiment impressionnant, le chemin qui a été fait, parce que la façon de le contrôler était beaucoup plus compliquée quand j'étais plus jeune. C'était vraiment c'était compliqué. On n'avait pas non plus pour la diète, c'était encore plus strict que maintenant. Il n'y avait pas de jeu. C'était vraiment... si je voulais manger 3 portions de légumes, si je devais manger 3 portions de légumes, je ne pouvais pas en manger 4 portions.
OK, vraiment.
Je ne pouvais pas en manger 2 grammes de plus. Il fallait que je mange 3 portions seulement et c'était tout. Donc, c'était vraiment... Il y avait beaucoup de noms. Les noms étaient beaucoup présents. Maintenant, c'est plus facile. C'est pas mieux, c'est d'avoir le diabète, là. Je veux pas dire que c'est... Mais c'est plus facile, ce qui prouve qu'ils sont rendus là maintenant. Donc, ils sont capables de faire encore plus si les gens veulent bien nous aider. C'est possible.
C'est ça ma question, parce que comme je dis, je trouvais ça. Puis on sait qu'on est comme dans la last stretch, ça achève. Pour quelqu'un comme toi, que tu as eu ça toute ta vie, comment est-ce que tu te sens? Puis quel message que tu donneras au monde, justement, parce que c'est peut-être une question d'un autre, je sais pas, 4 marches, 5 marches internationales. Donc là, tu as la chance, je te laisse. Puis qu'est-ce que tu vas dire au monde?
Bon, ben moi, ce que je veux vous dire à tout le monde, c'est on a vraiment besoin de vous autres. On est dans les derniers milles. C'est proche. Les chercheurs sont tellement convaincus que maintenant, les tests se font sur les humains. Donc, quand les tests se font sur les humains, c'est parce qu'ils sont proches. Donc, mais pour donner le dernier go à ça, ça prend votre aide. On a besoin de vous autres pour la cure, pour trouver quelque chose, pour enfin avoir un remède, puis dire... C'est fini, c'est trouvé, tout le monde va être content. Puis même, on ne sait jamais quand ça peut nous arriver. Donc, même si vous n'avez pas le diabète présentement, ça ne veut pas dire que d'ici 5 ans, vous ne l'aurez pas ou que quelqu'un proche de vous ne l'aura pas. Mais dans 5 ans, de 5 à 10 ans, ils disent qu'ils vont trouver un remède. Donc, pour trouver le remède, on a besoin de vous pour que vous donniez, pour qu'on puisse s'y rendre.
Merci. J'aurais pas pu le dire mieux. Bon, depuis tantôt qu'on parle aux gens, on parle aux coordinateurs, aux membres du comité, mais là, je pense que c'est temps qu'on parle de quelqu'un qui l'a vécu l'année passée, qui a fait la marche. Puis pour en parler, j'ai avec moi Jocelyne. Donc, salut.
Allô.
Fait que c'est ça, on a parlé à plein de monde, mais je pense que c'est important de parler à quelqu'un qui a marché, parce que toi, tu peux dire que, regarde, tu l'as fait.
Oui.
C'était pas plus compliqué que ça.
Non, ça a très bien été. C'était une belle journée, ensoleillée, puis il vente un petit peu, pas trop de mouches. Fin du mois de mai, c'était super. Puis la marche a super bien été. Il n'y a pas eu de... Le monde même, on avait remarqué que comment les gens étaient propres. Il y avait des bouteilles d'eau, mais tout le monde attendait de mettre ça dans les vidanges. Ça a été, en tout cas, super.
Est-ce que peut-être tu as marché parce que tu connais quelqu'un qui a le diabète?
Oui, oui. Mon père, ma mère, ma grand-mère était diabétique. Puis, en tout cas, moi, je sais que ça va me rejoindre à un moment donné, probablement. Fait que j'espère pour un remède, une guérison. Ouais.
Je me répète beaucoup ce soir, mais je pense que c'est important, surtout que toi, tu l'as fait. Qu'est-ce que tu dirais aux marcheurs pour la première fois, là?
Mon doux, c'est tellement le fun. Venez avec vos amis, vos parents, puis c'est une journée de famille, je trouve. Faites ça une journée de famille. C'est tellement le fun. Ça va vite, c'est une belle marche. Puis si jamais vous n'êtes pas capable de faire toute la marche, il y a toujours des points d'arrêt, puis tu revires, puis c'est pas plus grave que ça. Mais c'est vraiment une belle marche, puis c'est pas long, ça va bien, bien. On espère juste une belle journée comme l'année passée.
Et merci, Jocelyne. Okay, so we've talked to just about everybody except for the proud mom, and we know she's proud. And my God, Alicia's not my daughter, and I'm proud of her, so I can just imagine.
Yeah, it's overwhelming, but I mean, she's been working on this for a long time. Actually, as a family, we've been working to find a cure since 1997. Alicia was diagnosed in 1996 on her 11th birthday, and we were introduced to the walk by a lady in North Bay. Her name is Alice Goodship and Judy Jessen. We've been walking since, and Alicia wants to start her own walk, so we did it last year, and we're doing it again.
Good. Okay, so Carol, we know that a good way for raising funds is the walk, but also you've got two very, very cute examples of an easy way for people to participate by giving. So I'll let you maybe talk about them.
This is Ruby and Rufus. Okay, basically they were started to help children with diabetes learn where to inject their insulin. Now here, I'm going to show real quick, we have the arms where you can inject. You can inject on the back of the arms. On the hands, this is where you poke to get your blood test. And then you can also inject onto your belly and your legs. And actually, you can inject into your buttocks also, but we won't show that. But we have Ruby and Rufus from JDRF. They're here to help us raise funds. They're $15 each. They're an excellent gift. Money goes towards a good cause. And they're made by Russ, actually.
Great. Well, like I said, it's a good way. Like, I'm doing it. I bought two, and not for me, but because my mom's diabetic. I have an aunt that's diabetic. And I think it's just a cute way of saying, you know, guys, I know what you're going through. I'm there for especially for my mom, maybe, because, of course, I see her every day. But it's a cute way of helping without having to maybe do the walk or anything. So, and to get them, how do we get them, did we say?
We get them by calling myself. You can order them through myself, and then I would in turn place the orders through Susan, who is our North Bay coordinator. My phone number is 981-9777. Also, you can give me a call at work during lunchtime, 627-4252. And we place the orders in 2 weeks, we can get them. We just get the money in first, and then we can get them in 2 weeks. So that's good.
Well, thank you very much, Carol.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for coming. I mean, we wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. Thank you so much, and to everybody.
All right, so everybody, I don't have anything else to say but be there. It's going to be a great event. We're doing it for our people. This is the last few miles. C'est un rendez-vous. Donc, tout le monde, la dernière chose que j'ai à dire, c'est pas compliqué. Rendez-vous, faites la marche, participez. C'est pour notre communauté, c'est pour nos mères, nos grands-mères, nos grands-pères, c'est pour tout le monde, c'est pour nous, puis ça l'achève. Donc, on y va.
It's the home of dreams. It's the home of possibility. It's the home of kids like me. It's where research lives. It's where you go for progress, for change, for hope, for hope, for hope. Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, home of leaders, home of my bright future, home of a cure. For me, for me, for me, for me. JDRF International is where hope lives. I love JDRF.
JDRF is the home of the best scientists around the world who are all focused on curing type 1 diabetes. Our success at JDRF over the last several years has led to multiple discoveries. What is galvanizing this field is our success in islet cell transplantation. Now we must translate those discoveries on behalf of curing this disease.
As president and CEO of JDRF, I feel accountable to the millions of people who could benefit from our work, from the millions of people who trust that we'll use those funds wisely. It's the accountability, I think, that drives us all forward.
I believe a cure is going to happen. I want to know that it's going to happen in my lifetime, and certainly in the children's lifetimes. Sometimes I get frustrated because it seems to be taking so long.
Time is not on our side for people with diabetes. We have to accelerate our research. We have to find a way to find a cure.
I have been saying on camera things like, this is the decade for the cure. This is the year for the cure. It's right around the corner. We can do it with your help. And we're all giving so much help in every way that we can. It is going to happen.
JDRF's approach to research has changed significantly in the last few years because of the challenges we face and, frankly, because of the frustration that we face that we're not going quickly enough.
Every hour, there's a new patient diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. The incidence of this disease is going up 3% a year.
We see our role as coordinating all of the money being spent in diabetes throughout the world. Working with the NIH, working with other governments, working with biotech, working with pharma.
We're asking the question, how do we move a field forward as quickly as possible? Where can we move a field? Where are there gaps?
It's a much more aggressive, managed approach to how to achieve research results.
One of the reasons I love being associated with this organization, they are not afraid to take the chances. They're not afraid to step out front. They've done such fabulous work at the benches. Now they're moving on to the bedside.
We have developed what we call bold and significant clinical outcomes that we want to attain.
We call these objectives cure therapeutics. They're cure focused, and they're therapeutics in that the goal is to have significant improvement in the lives of people with diabetes through therapies. These therapies can take many different forms. They might be a device, they might be a drug, they might be a procedure.
Cure therapeutics represents really the essence of a cure for this disease.
Evolution takes place in all scientific endeavors. What we're trying to do is to shorten the time frame so that it is not the typical evolution of 20, 30, 40, 50 years, but it's 2 years, 3 years. We think that can happen today. So at JDRF, we're in the business to put ourselves out of business. As all of our volunteers are quick to point out to me, my principal job is to put myself out of a job.
I would not have taken this job on if I didn't think this could be cured.
JDRF is the only organization that is funding research to the degree that it makes that cure possible. That's all we care about. That's our goal, finding a cure.
Welcome to St. Martin Furniture.
tonight we decided to come to my home to let people relax and breathe and do some scrapbooking. So I took them out, they came here, and if you stay tuned, you're going to see some creative, wonderful work done by 3 lovely ladies. How long have you been scrapbooking?
I have been doing it for 4.5 years.
4.5 years. And what made you want to start scrapbooking?
Actually, my neighbor had been doing it for a few years before.
Okay.
And she had shown me her albums, and she was having a party with a consultant and invited me to go. And I went just to see, and I've been hooked since.
Speaking of hooked, you also sell the products too. What, like?
Yes, I became a consultant since last September.
Okay, and what do you need to do to become the consultant? Like, what are you doing with that?
Well, what I do is I do home classes where I teach people how to actually start or how to do their first page.
Okay.
I also do fundraisers. I do workshops where people can come in, bring their stuff, and workshop for, it depends, either Friday night, which is a few hours, or Saturday or Sunday, which is a full day of scrapbooking.
Okay. I'm really amazed because I'm looking at your albums, and we have other guests here that we're going to interview after, but I'm amazed because the ideas that go into it, the cutting, everything. How long does it take to do just one page?
It depends on the page. Some pages you can do like within 15-20 minutes.
Okay.
Some pages could take you hours. It depends on the details you're putting on your page.
Okay. And you yourself, like you said, you've been doing it for a couple of years. And where do you get your ideas to create these new pages?
Like when we buy supplies, there's always pages.
Okay.
When you go to workshops, you get crop talks, which is basically a little booklet of 4 pages with a whole bunch of different ideals on. There's the ideal page that we get from our consultants. And just going to the workshop and looking at the other people's albums, because not everybody has the same style.
Okay.
So, like, you could take people that have been scrapbooking for 4 years, same amount as me, but pages will be totally different.
Wow.
So just looking through other albums gives you lots of different ideas also.
This is pretty amazing. And you know, I didn't introduce you the right way in that. I should have, but I think everybody's starting to get familiar now with you on Channel 13 because you're coming on more and more. But I see like the writing of it and whatnot. Do people mostly write in their albums? Do they print out labels or?
Actually, it's amazing. Most people do not like to journal, which is like writing in your own albums.
Okay.
But there's different ways. You can print out some stuff on the computer. There's stickers with stuff that's already written on it. Or you can actually use your own stickers and write your titles or what you want to write with
I
them.
see here you picked out a wedding page. It's really neat on how you cut out the pictures with crooked scissors, obviously. They shape it different. What made you like throw this one page together as a wedding page?
Well, my albums, my big albums that I'm working on are my family albums.
Okay.
So whatever events that we go to, I always bring my camera with me and I scrapbook my pages.
I've been the witness of that a few times. I think I'm guilty on that. And you also have more different type of style pages. Like these ones you have with your writing and your cut out pictures. And I notice over here you have pictures of apples in there. That's kind of neat. Like that's really.
Yeah, we went to an apple orchard there and picked our own apples.
Wow, that's really. And where is that?
Around Montreal somewhere.
It's pretty neat because you know what? Instead of just looking at a plain picture on the page, you have 4, 5, 6 pictures on it, and it really brings it out even more.
I'll show you after you talk to the others. I'll show you a before and after.
Okay.
Of pages.
And you have another sample that you want to show? This is one you just worked on this week, and you went to a scrapbooking weekend.
A scrapbooking weekend.
Where was that?
It was in Madoua.
Okay, and how many were you?
We were 4 consultants, but altogether I think we were 28 girls.
Very nice. And what do? You scrapbook.
We scrapbooked.
The whole weekend?
Well, every consultant, we had decided that we were going to teach the scrapbookers one technique.
Okay.
The one I did was paper piecing, which is cutting out bonhommes with different
construction.
pieces. No, it's not. Well, it's the scrapbooking paper, different colors.
Okay.
And there's a pattern, and once you cut everything up and put it together, it makes a little bonhomme.
Very nice. So you just did this one here in Madoua.
Mm-hmm.
And how many pages did you do on the weekend?
I'm not sure, but between the 5 girls from Temiskaming that were there, we did 59 pages.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Do you get tired of doing it?
No.
No?
No.
So when do you find time to do it? I mean, I don't have time. I wish I can say I had time to do it. I'm going to eventually get into it. But when do you find time to do scrapbooking?
Actually, I'm doing a lot less now, but before, the only time I would scrapbook is when I went to workshops.
Okay.
Because with the children at the house, it's hard to sit down and take all my
True,
stuff.
true.
So
And-
the workshops are the best place to do scrapbooking because that's all you do all day and you don't have to worry about anything else.
And how many times do you do a workshop a year?
Actually, I had to do them every month. I have a Friday night workshop and either a Saturday or a Sunday workshop.
Very nice. And what do these workshops entitle?
Well, the Friday night ones, you get a snack and you scrapbook from 7 till 11.
Okay.
And then Saturday and Sunday ones are from 10 to 4. You get a snack and it includes your lunch. When you scrapbook the whole time, you don't do dishes, nothing. You just sit and scrapbook, you stop for lunch and you go back and scrapbook.
Now, who cannot have time for this? This is incredible. I mean, I should make time for this. This is great. I love the details of how you've done it and put it out. And we're going to see with Lorraine Ramo and Molly McCann, who's here today, different styles of it. And I noticed that they vary in ages because we're going to interview Molly later, Molly McCann. But you said this weekend at the scrapbooking there was a young girl there. How old was she?
She was 6 years old.
6 years old.
She's been scrapbooking for 2 years.
That's incredible. Yeah. And how is her layout? What's her ideas like?
It was pretty good. She gets well. They do it as a family. She had her aunt, her mom, her two aunts, her mom, and her grandmother. Incredible. So often, like when she's cutting up shapes with the cutting system, she would ask the older people to help her out. But she knew exactly what she wanted. She's asking for help once in a while.
Oh, that's...
And her aunt was even telling me that she takes her own pictures. So she actually scrapbooks the pictures that she's been taking.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. Because she's putting her own work into her work that she's doing.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the youngest scrapbooker I've ever seen, actually.
Wow, that's incredible. I'm really, really amazed. I mean, I've seen a lot of lovely work. I've seen it from Lorraine. I've seen yours. My sister-in-law does it. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. And I have to tell you, girls, I mean, way to go, because I wish I can get myself into it. I like to draw. Okay. So I'd probably be able to draw maybe details around things, but this is really nice. You're doing a great job on that.
And you don't have to be totally creative to do stuff like this. Like I'm not the kind of person to do art and stuff.
Okay.
But there's so many tools to make it easy. Like you can't not sit down and make a page because there's so many tools to help you out.
There to help you out. I see this album is quite thick here. How long have you been doing this album?
Well, this album will vary. I think it starts 2000 to so this is about 3 years.
You've been working on this for
There's 3 years of pictures in here.
What? But it didn't take you 3 years
No.
to do it? No?
It took me about a year.
A year to do it. But because it's the time, it's the layout. And they're not in any particular order. I've noticed like you have a different variety of your pictures going in different order. Or is it based upon the years that it happened?
It's going by the years. It's
chronological order. This is really nice too, Lisanne. I like how you put a border. It's like a winter scene, obviously. But I like how you put the borders around them with a snowflake. What made you come up with an idea like that?
Actually, this whole page I got from an ideal page that I was giving out.
Okay.
This was just a border that was cut, and with putting fringes, it now looks like a scarf.
Oh, that's kind of a neat idea. And the little mittens up on top and the hat.
And then I got the snowflakes and. So all of this, like even my journaling boxes, is 3 colored papers.
Okay.
And I just stick everything. I would prefer people to buy just like slowly to make sure that they do like it and not have to invest a whole bunch of money without using it.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, a little at a time, build it up one day at a time, and then.
And then if really like by doing it, you'll see if you like it, and then slowly invest in more tools and supplies and.
Wow, that's really amazing. Like I'm really, really impressed with seeing you know, the pictures of it, the details of it. Like, you know, a bike in there obviously because she was doing some biking and all that. I think it's pretty neat. Does Danica help you with stuff like this?
Danica hasn't started officially yet, but she does have the stuff.
Is there anything you want to mention to people out there that are, you know, that are doing scrapbooking, that wants to do scrapbooking, maybe wants to get involved? You know, what kind of suggestions can you give these people out there if they've never ever done it, like myself? I've never ever done it.
If it's people that have never done it, they can call me at home at 627-3429.
Okay.
And they can ask me questions or I can answer their questions.
That's excellent. And I bet you all these workshops too, they bring the people closer. I mean, you're laughing. Molly said she likes to tell jokes, so she's going to tell us some after when she's being interviewed. I'm trying to catch her here. But I bet you everybody's so relaxed and at ease while they're doing it.
And it's fun too, because sometimes you're working on a page and you need a certain sticker or a certain color, and you ask around, and people will share stuff, like they'll exchange stuff. And so it's fun.
That's pretty neat though. Like, I mean, if you're missing
scrapbooking
something.
family.
Oh, that's all right though, and it's something to do. And this Mattawa thing you do every year. And,
yeah, that's a yearly thing.
It's a get together for women, and it's time to be doing scrapbooking that you don't have time to do.
And it's amazing when you actually sit down to scrapbook how relaxing it is.
This is amazing.
And that's the main comment I've been getting from people. It's a hobby that's relaxing. But it's also something that you'll get to keep forever and ever. It's not like you go to to an outing or something where you have the memories of it. This one you actually have something concrete that you can show from generation to generation.
And you could put much more onto your pages with details, because I have boxes of pictures and I wish I could get into it, do that, because looking at 4 pictures on a page with nothing on it is black. Looking at this has detail, has pictures, has life. It really does. It looks great.
Well, the principle of scrapbooking is you can have all your pictures in an album, but 20 years from now, look at your albums. And will you remember everybody's name or the events?
That's right.
When you're scrapbooking, you can, the way you journal is up to you. It's your style. But you can even have stories or even just the names or just the events. So even 20 years from now, when you look, at least you'll have the general idea what your pictures were all about.
I can see where you're going with that. I have a hard time to remember from yesterday, so can you imagine 20 years from now? Not bad, eh?
Because I remember before, like when my mom used to come and visit, I would have to sit down with her and tell her exactly what all the pictures were all about. Now she comes home, she grabs my album, and she knows just by reading it.
I think it's great. Lisanne, you've done a really good job here on your scrapbooking, and I'm just turning a few here so Wayne can catch them, because the details in it is beautiful. Same thing, we're going to do it with the other 2 guests. It's so nice. Obviously, it's a birthday party, you know, with the gifts and everything, and it's pretty sharp, pretty neat ideas. Well, Lorraine, you know, people know you, but we're going to introduce you. Lorraine Ramo is here with me tonight to tell us about her scrapbooking. Little different technique than what Lisanne does. I've had the honor of seeing it at work. And I've noticed here, Lorraine, you have pictures more than you have like a journal.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you do your scrapbooking that way? What makes you want to do it that way?
I like to keep souvenirs, to remember things that I do, and I'm not a big journalism.
Journalist?
I like colors, I like
flashy things.
Flashy things.
Okay. And they're both nice, you know, they're 2 different ways of doing it. What made you start to scrapbook, Lorraine?
Well, I bought a kit, I would say 5 years ago, but it took me a year to really get into it, and seeing the others doing it, and Lisanne, and I found it was absolutely gorgeous. And I saw Penny doing it, Penny Campbell.
Oh, cool.
And then I decided to go to workshop and see how it was done, and
went into it more.
Yeah.
You said it took you a year, Lorraine, before you got into it. Why was that? You bought all your stuff and then you waited? Like
yes,
you weren't ready?
it's the time that I didn't have the time to do it. With hockey, with my son and stuff like that, I've never had the time to just sit down and do it. But now, since I've started it, I can't stop. It's
because you love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really do.
You put your heart into it and everything.
Yeah.
Did you take part into the weekend in Mattawa as well?
Yes, I did.
And did you enjoy it?
Oh yes, that's my 3rd year.
Okay.
And I just love it. And it's the only time really that I can do lots of pages is being there with a bunch of women and just.
Okay. Because that's all you're doing.
Yeah.
You're scrapbooking, like Lisanne
Get
mentioned.
ideas from others and looking at others' scrapbooking and.
Excellent. You know, Lorraine, I think this is incredible, and you have many, many more wonderful pages in there. And if you don't mind, can we show other people what you've done in there? I mean, I love snow. This is so cute with the snowman, the mittens, the boots. It's, you know, sign of winter. Everybody's favorite thing. Yeah. It's kind of neat how you've dressed it up as well. You know, it's showing it's a winter scene. And again, we're going to keep going because there's so many beautiful pages that are done in here. You know, can you feel the love? Having a teddy bear, who doesn't like to be hugged by a teddy bear? It's kind of neat. What does Nick, your son, feel about his pictures being put into scrapbooking?
He finds that it's fun. He finds it fun, and you can sit down and look at that album for hours. Every day you'll sit down and look at it.
Does he help you cut out any of the pictures or anything?
No, not really.
Doesn't want to?
No, he's not into it right now.
He's not into it?
But he said that he wanted to start, like he's starting to take pictures with his friends. And
okay, so
he wants to do his own there.
Okay.
He wants to try it.
Are your pictures in any specific order? Or
no, they're
all...
all...
So we're going to keep going because, again, there's lots. This is kind of neat. I like this one at work, the trampoline. It's showing all who was on the trampoline. So, it says it all. And did you draw this?
Yes, I did.
See, like you have to, you're good because you have to have some creativity and your ideas are there. And I think it's pretty neat.
And like I said, I have lots of books. I have a few here and I have a few at home that I take It gives me ideas and paper piecing and
Okay.
to stencil. You can see where I can.
Oh, I see. And you trace them? You trace
Yes,
them
I
on there?
do. I
Oh,
trace
okay.
them and I cut them and I make paper pieces.
And you
I
put
was
them on?
watching HGTV.
Okay.
And they were scrapbooking on HGTV.
No kidding,
Yeah.
eh? Wow. So you've been scrapbooking for a couple of years. You really enjoy it.
Oh yeah, I love it.
And your workshop you attend in Mattawa, do you attend other workshops to?
Yes, I try to go once a month to Lisanne.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's more in the spring. At the end of the winter, I have more time to do it.
Hockey's over.
Yeah, hockey's over. And the spring, when it's a rainy day, me, Molly, and my sister Lise, we get together and we try to help ourselves and get ideas and put our pictures.
I think it's amazing. Do you mind if we keep
No,
going?
go ahead.
It's because for the people at home who don't realize it, I mean, if they want something to do, you know, you could be a newcomer, as Lisanne said, you know, anybody can do it. It's gorgeous. The work is beautiful. It says it all, you know, with your bikes and everything like that. What about, Lorraine, what about when you're doing it and your little pieces? Okay, I see this one is one of my favorites when you showed it to me. It's kind of neat because you have all the little tools in there and it's showing that he helped build something.
Yeah.
Those little pieces there, they don't wreck your pages when you fold them over?
No.
It doesn't
not at all.
interfere?
No.
That's-
It's just, there's a little bit of space when you close the book, but no, it doesn't rip the paper. It's so well made.
Okay, it's
that,
well coated
yeah.
that it won't go through. Wow. What about for the people out there at home? You know, do you have anything that you would like to tell them in terms of why you do it and what they could look forward in doing it?
Well, like Lisanne said, it helps you remember the things that you do with your son or with your kids, or remember the stuff. It's wonderful. It's a good pastime.
You can tell you guys like it, okay? Lisanne, when she was explaining her pictures, I mean, you could see the emphasis on it. You could see her smile. You could see the way she was detailed. You can tell you enjoy it because when you see the beautiful work that's put into it, I mean, four-wheeling and all that, I mean, that's a lot of work to do. How long did it take you to do a page like that?
Me, because I put so much details and colors, it could take me a whole day.
A whole day? Yeah, but
Oh yeah,
it's a whole
it
day.
takes
But look
me-
at how beautiful it is. The layout of it is there. Like you said, some could probably take them less depending on how they do it because nobody does it the same, and some could take it more. You know, this was always my favorite when you showed it to me. Grandma's garden, because it's her grandchildren. I think it's pretty neat. I mean, they're blossoming, you know, and all that. Did you get this idea from somebody else, or did you originate it?
I think I just
came up with it.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's really good to come up with something like that. And again, if you can use your artistic talents to be able to do stuff like this, that's where it makes your album look even more gracious, more beautiful. Great. I was just gonna happy with you went with that one. These Halloween ones, I mean, that's how often do we say, geez, I wish I remembered what he wore for Halloween. Well,
yeah, and we always do every year. We try to remember what did he wear.
what did he wear?
Yeah.
And that's pretty neat. Hey, this little girl looks familiar. No, that looks like Molly. Speaking of Molly, Molly's coming up next for an interview. Wow. Well, Lorraine, I want to thank you for coming on and talking about it. And after Wayne is going to catch you guys cutting around stuff and showing how it's done. So a before and after look. So as I promised, we have another one who's scrapbooking. And here with me is Molly McCann. Hi, Molly. How are you?
Good.
Good. Molly, how old are you?
10.
You're 10 years old and you're scrapbooking. How long have you been scrapbooking?
A year.
A year. Do you like it?
Yes.
Well, I went through your albums and I'm pretty amazed at what I'm seeing. Where do you come up with your ideas for your albums?
I look at my aunt's and my mom's albums and I get lots of ideas from there.
Okay. And do you do most of the work yourself or does somebody help you out?
I do it with my mom lots.
Do you?
Yeah.
What about the cutting out of the pictures and everything? Is that you doing it?
My mom helps me lots with it.
Okay.
I don't cut very straight.
Oh no, but even with the crooked scissors, they would probably look
Yeah.
pretty neat, eh? Well, this is neat because this is an autumn scene. That's pretty neat. Oops, sorry. And who are these people in this picture?
This is Riley Turner.
Cool.
That's me.
Okay.
Kelly Turner and Cody McCann, my brother.
Wow, look at that. What a nice idea with the leaves in the background and the leaf in the book. So can we keep going with this?
Yes.
What made you get into scrapbooking?
I was looking at my mom's album and I was helping her doing some pages, and I really liked it, so my mom bought me an album for Christmas, and I started to do it from them.
Have you ever been to a workshop?
Yes.
Oh yes, you go with the girls.
Yeah.
Wow, this girl's really moving up here. Maybe you can teach me a few things or two. I bet you'd probably be really good at that. And when you come to your ideas and you're looking at your pictures, after you put it together, do you ever change your mind on how you set it up?
Well, I do fast pages. When I have an idea, I don't really think more.
You just do it.
Yeah, because I like my ideas normally, and I know I don't like to take time because I like to do lots of pages.
Okay, but I mean, look how they've turned out. We're gonna keep going, okay? Because we want to show people at home. You're 10 years old, and it's amazing. Like, you've done this all by yourself with some help of others.
Yeah.
Holy jeez. Do you think you're gonna be doing this for a long time?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I plan on it.
Did you ever bring any of your albums into school for show and tell?
No.
No? Like, you know when you have to talk at school about something?
No.
Do you ever think about doing it? I bet you could talk a long time about your scrapbooking. You'd have one picture showing up and you go, oh, this happened on this occasion, and I bet you get high marks on it because you see the picture right there.
Yeah.
You ever think of that? Never thought of it?
No.
You should. High marks for those, boy, because you have the visual right there. What about when it comes to the lettering and stuff like that? Do you do that by yourself?
Yeah.
You do that by yourself?
Well, I have lots of stickers, so.
Okay.
And when I write some stuff, I practice on other papers before doing it in my album.
Oh, wow. And when you're doing a page, let's see, we're going to flip to your next page. Oh, look at this. When you're doing a page, how long does it take you to do it?
Sometimes an hour, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. It depends what I'm doing it on.
Okay, okay. Do you find that it's longer when you have to write something up?
Yeah.
Because you're more cautious.
Yeah.
Cautious of it. Okay. Wow. I'm really, really amazed by this. Oh, Daddy's Girl. Yeah, there we go. This is pretty neat. This is your album. These are going to be yours that you know, one day when you have a family, maybe you're going to be showing them to your own daughter. Wouldn't that be something? You'll have to show her the tricks of the trade. And when you're cutting out some of your stuff, like there was one here that I think a little further. This one. This is pretty neat. This is your brother.
Yeah.
And you did the drawing of the cat by yourself?
Well, my aunt did it and she didn't like it, so she gave it to me.
Your aunt Lorraine did it?
Yeah.
She didn't want it in her album? Wow, I think that's quite a privilege to have a nice cat like that in your album.
I liked it anyways.
Do any of your other friends do scrapbooking?
Yes, lots of my friends got into it because I invite some friends over and we do some pages, like these 2 pages I did in with Janika.
Okay, Janika, we met?
Yeah.
And does she like scrapbooking?
Yeah, she got an album like not further after that.
Oh, so the two of you get together and talk about the boys and scrapbook. Oops, do you do that? Yeah. I'm just teasing you.
We share ideals.
Okay, that's a good idea. But I bet you those women, when they go to their scrapbooking in Mattawa, they talk about the men or something. What do you think? Do you think they do that?
Yeah.
They do, eh? I bet you know a lot of secrets about these women when they do their scrapbooking. But don't tell them, because then they won't invite you anymore. So you can't tell them, eh? Well, in what we're seeing here, Molly, I mean, I think you're doing a great job. You have great talent. Look at how beautiful your albums are put together. The details in there. Do you have any messages you want to give people, like, you know, that are watching?
Well, if they have lots of spare time, they should start this because it's not really, you could keep, like, a lot of memories, like Lizanne said.
And it's hard to remember from day to
Yeah,
day.
if you look at pictures, you know, you don't really know because one year to another, I don't really mark if you've grown or not.
That's true. That's true. Do you take any of your own pictures?
Sometimes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And have they been put into any of your albums?
Well, there's one of my pictures I took, but they're in my mom's album. That was like one of my first pages I
That
did.
you made? Okay.
And it was at Big Idios, and I brought my camera and I took photos of Big Idios and stuff.
Oh, wow. I want to jump to your other album too, because this one here is Let's Dance. This is like a summer one.
Yeah.
And you have a whole bunch of people on a boat and they're having fun. And this is kind of neat. Is this you? I'm just kidding. So it's a summer scene and you have your radio and your glasses. That's pretty neat. Did you come up with that idea?
Yeah.
Wow, you're creative for 10 years old. Wait till you get like older and that you're going to have even better ideas too. These are great. Can we flip through them to show them? Oh, Canada Day. That's pretty, and you wrote the year.
Yeah.
So that's a good one. What was so special about Canada Day?
It's because me and my brother were in the parade.
Oh, okay. So it's something you'll always remember.
Yeah, and it wasn't here. It was at Sheemborough. It's in Pembroke, Petawawa.
Petawawa, okay. So you celebrated Canada Day in another area.
Yeah.
There you go. You don't have to be here in Temiskaming. It's going on anywhere.
Yeah.
Wow, this is really, really amazing. Oh, Richard, that's you, right?
Yeah.
It says 1 day old.
Yeah.
Look at how much hair you had. Oh my goodness. And this is beautiful. Did you do this?
Yeah.
You did that.
Well, these are stickers here.
Okay. And you just put it on. But it looks like a really nice background that you put because it's a color of baby's colors, pastel colors. That's pretty neat. This one's pretty neat too. Snow. Did you make this?
Well, my mom got it for me at Christmas.
Okay.
I think she got it at Walmart.
Okay. But still, you know, snow and it's in the, it looks like you're in a tunnel or something.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I don't know, Molly. I think you're doing pretty good. For 10 years old, I think that you really have what it's made to be scrapbooking. You're going to show some of these women. You're showing me off because I really don't know how to do it. You're good. Baseball. Wow. Did you do well at baseball?
Well, we got 3rd place.
Wow. You played to have fun though, right?
Yeah.
That's the main thing. This is really neat with the baseball and the glove and the bats. I really like what you've done with that. I'm really proud of these albums. If nobody's told you, you've done a great job.
Thank you.
Holy smokes, you're gonna have to teach me. I'll bring you over here and I'll feed you and you show me. How's that? Would that work out?
Okay.
It's really nice with the butterflies too to give it summery scenery. Well, what we're going to do then is Lisanne and Lorraine and yourself are going to maybe do a page of scrapbooking and show us how it's done. How do you feel about that?
Okay.
Okay, let's rock and roll. So this is the before and after. Wow, I mean, maybe I'm going to be learning how to do this quicker than I think. So you take just normal pictures and you start off by whatever you're thinking in your head that you want to do it as.
Well, first you decide which pictures you want to work with.
Okay.
Because usually on a page, on a typical page, you put about 5 or 6 pictures.
Okay.
So you, let's say you have a film of 24, so you have to decide which ones you want to put on a certain page.
Okay.
And then you would look at the colors of your pictures to find out what color you want to decorate your page. Because you try to get colors that would, you try to decorate your page with colors that would make your pictures stick out.
Okay.
Because you want to put the emphasis on your, well, mostly you want to put emphasis on your picture because that's the most important part. This is the before of what we're working on now.
Okay.
And this is what it would look like in a typical album.
Okay.
So it takes you a page and a half for these pictures. And now I got the prints, the second prints, and I'll do a scrapbooking pages with the exact same pictures.
Okay. And Molly's doing, what are you doing, Molly?
A page when my brother and his friends were building a go-kart because we were planning on doing a race and we build a go-kart too.
Cool. Okay. Okay. Isn't that something?
So I would take my picture.
Okay.